Hi guys, today I am going to test out some samples for a mineral foundation. This is an all-natural product and it's specifically formulated for sensitive skin with gentle ingredients. There you can see the box of things that I received. It is a sample set for light skin tones and light to medium skin tones. It came with this cute little tin and a powder puff, so once I settle on a shade, I can add that in there and then use that to apply my foundation with. It also came with a cute little card, and it just has some details about the brand and the product on there. And the idea I had today is to show you how I do the swatches to see which color suits my skin tone best. Because most people go into the shops and then they swatch the colors on their arms, and that's not really the best way to choose the color that suits your skin tone the best. I think one of these containers came loose because there's a little bit of powder in the package. So everything is a bit of a mess now, but I'll quickly clean that up and then I will show you the colors that I have. Now, what I find interesting about this mineral foundation is it's different than the foundations that I'm used to using. These are powdered foundations, and it's not like a compact, it's a loose powder. So you apply it like a loose face powder, but it's actually not a powder, it's a foundation. I like that they send you different colors, different shades for each skin depth. So for the light, I got 4. And for the light to medium skin tones, I also got 4. So I will do the darker shades on this side and the lighter shades on this side, and then just do a comparison and see which one suits my skin tone best. I'm going to start off with the CLF20. I'm not going to throw it into the tin with the spongy. I'm just going to apply it with a flat brush and then clean off the brush after each application and then reuse the same brush for each color that I apply to the skin. I am going to apply it here on the jawline from my cheek, so I can easily see which color fades away into my skin tone the best. I'm applying quite a thick layer because I really want to compare the colors. The next shade I'm applying is WLF10. Okay, I'm just applying it next to that one. This one seems a little bit light for me, but you can see it's got clearly a lot more yellow undertone than that one. Next one I'm trying is the NLF30. I like this undertone. It's also a bit light, but it seems a bit balanced between the yellow undertone and the peachy pinky undertone. The last one I'm trying out on the left side is CLF20. And this one seems very rosy. It actually looks like it suits me quite well. I was busy editing my video and I noticed that I swatched the CLF10 twice, and I never swatched the the WLF20. So I just thought, as you can see, I already washed off all my makeup, but I just thought I'll quickly do a swatch of that one for you so you can see what the color looks like. It has a very strong yellow undertone. And I think it's also close to my skin tone, but I think that CLF10 disappeared the most. Is it 10 or 20? 20. So that's what that shade looks like. It's a lot similar to the WLF10. It also has the yellow undertone. It's just a bit darker than the F10. The F10 is a bit lighter, and then this F20 is a bit darker. So let's just get a closer look. There's the 4 light shades, the WLF20, the WLF10, the NLF30, and the CLF20. On the other side, I'm going to start off with the WMF30. I'm just going to apply it on there. Next, I'm going to apply the WMF10. It's also a bit more yellow tone than the previous one. Next, I will be trying the WMF40. That one looks good. It's got more of a beige, cooler undertone, more olivey almost. And then lastly, I want to apply the CMF30. It's also a very neutral color. Now, if I have to compare all the shades, I think this one is the one that disappears the most on my skin. If you look at that, you can barely see it in comparison to my skin tone. The other shades you can still see. And on this side, you can still see the shades very clearly. I think this one disappears the most, but it's a bit dark for me. So I'm going to apply a bit more of this one. It's the CLF20. Just want to deepen it up a bit and see. Yeah, you can see it pretty much disappears on my skin tone. So I think that would probably be the ideal foundation from this series for my skin tone, which is actually very surprising because normally my skin tone leans towards the more yellow undertone foundations. And I did apply this on top of the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. So that's what it would look like on top of a primer. I'm going to take this one, just clean up the rest of my face makeup and then just add that one all over on top of a primer and see what it looks like on top of my skin. Okay, so I was wrong about this. I do know you do get when you order the bigger container, you get a powder container with which you do apply the mineral foundation with. However, this is a face powder, which I'm probably not going to apply with a powder puff. I'm going to apply the foundation that I tested out now all over the face, and then I will just do a quick buff with the face powder all over afterwards. Now, I did add a bit of the primer again after cleaning off the swatches. And I'm going to just use a powder puff like this. And I'm going to apply that foundation powder all over. That looks good. Now, if you're interested in knowing what I added on the eyes, I just did a quick and easy, semi-elegant, everyday kind of eyeshadow look with a Natasha Denona golden eyeshadow palette. It's one of my favorites at the moment. I really like that this shade, it suits my skin tone very well. I'm just dabbing it all over. Just going to do the left side first so I can show you the comparison. I really like how that's looking. If I come closer, you can see it softens up my skin a lot. It doesn't look cakey or dry. And if you compare what it looks like without the foundation and with the foundation, it looks like your own skin, but just softer and blended out a bit more blurred out. Just putting a little extra here where I have a bit more of a porous situation and get a bit more oily at this stage because of the heat kicking in. But I love that texture. It really looks so smooth. Okay, my camera has been acting out now, so I had to adjust it a bit if it looks different. I did want to try the other side with a foundation brush and see what that looks like. So I'm just dipping into that powder and then just going to apply that everywhere like I would a normal foundation. I normally use a lot more yellow undertoned foundation. I'm actually so surprised with this color because I wouldn't think that something with such a pink undertone would suit my skin tone so well. Or maybe it's just the time of the year. Okay, so there's with the brush. It kind of looks just slightly better with the powder puff to me. Just a little more blurred out. Not that it looks bad with the brush. I just prefer the powder side. It looks just a little softer to me. Overall, the color I think looks great. This rose face powder has a slightly lavender undertone to it. I hope that works okay with my skin tone. I just dabbed a little bit in the powder and then just pushed it off in the lid a bit so that it's not as dense. And let's see how it works out. Not sure if you would consider this a setting powder or more of a finishing powder. It does have a nice soft finish to it. And I don't see any weird shape changes with that soft lavender undertone. So what do we think? Keep in mind I don't have any contour, any bronzer, any blusher, anything like that on, just the mineral foundation and the powder that I just tested out. So I'm just using my elephant palette just to get some color into the face. A bit of bronzer. And just warm up these cheekbones. I'm not going to do contour now. I just wanted to give some color and see how it interacts with the products. I'm not going out today, so it's a quick look at home. I really love this bronzer. It's such a nice, soft, warm bronzer, but it's not a reddish warm. It's more of a golden undertone warm. Then I'm just going to swirl through the two blushes with my angled blush brush and just softly add that on top of the bronzer to give some blush. I'm not going to use the finishing powder today. I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight on the cheekbones just to give it a little bit of shine there. And a little bit down the nose, on the cupid's bow, and just the high points of the face. Okay, so what do we think? I really like this foundation. It looks so smooth and it doesn't look like foundation. It looks like your skin, so it makes it look a little more natural. It goes well with a lighter, more natural eyeshadow look. And I'll give it an approve from my side. And I think the shade works well, right? So yeah, guys, if you're into natural products and you would like a nice mineral foundation that is great for sensitive skin and looks natural, then really go and check this out. I will link everything in the description box. And I'm really excited about supporting this brand. It is a European brand. They are in the Netherlands. They hand make all their products, so they put a lot of love and effort in it. And they 100% formulate the products to cater for sensitive skin, sensitive eyes. If you easily get red eyes from eye products, they use sensitive safe products for their eyeliners and eyeshadows. And I really think it's worth investing in looking at their products, at least if you are excited about natural products and products formulated for sensitive skin. Let me know what you guys think. I am going to receive a full-size foundation from Purèz. So when I do that, I will do a full face of makeup with the foundation and the eye products that I've received from them, and just all the face products in one video. If you want to see that, then just keep an eye on my channel, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. So let me know what you think, and then I hope to see you next time. Bye!